You don't start by climbing the mountain because it's freaking overwhelming. You start by buying mountain climbing shoes. I feel like it's the first time that I have gone guilt-free for not having a healthy habits, wellness morning routine all figured out. And I've actually just like embraced the season I'm in and being cozy, but also prioritizing the main thing that I wanted to focus on, which was cooking at home, eating more wholesome, more nutritious. I still have an ideal of, healthy habits that I'd love to build one day, but I finally just feel like I'm able to enjoy my morning. Oh, don't mind the green paint on my arm. I'm a nanny. This was from work yesterday. Yeah, I've just been doing some reflecting, and I was basically thinking about, my stepmom in particular, she must have been around my age whenever not only did she know me, but that she was also having her first baby. And when I think about like growing up and every time I would go to their house, it was not at all the state that I am like holding myself to this expectation of. And I was just thinking like I didn't care at all, and it wasn't a mess, and it wasn't, like Pinterest home vibes either. It was just normal. And I guess I was just thinking about like how if I don't expect other people in my season with a small child and who's working part-time and all the things to have had it together at this level that I'm holding myself to, then why am I holding myself to that level? I'm trying to figure out this angle, aren't we? So anyways, it's just been interesting thinking about how high expectations I've had of myself and how much it's made me feel like I'm feeling whenever I'm not feeling. Also, surprise, surprise, I was listening to a podcast this week, and you've probably heard this in one form or way in the past, but it's just this reminder of if you want to climb a mountain, you don't start by climbing the mountain because it's freaking overwhelming. You start by buying mountain climbing shoes. You start by driving to the mountain and looking at it. Like, we're starting so much smaller than the actual end goal. I see on social media other mothers who have plenty more kids than I do doing things that I feel like I can't do. So I have this comparison. So maybe it's realistic, maybe it's not, but I think like coming back to like where I am and kind of thinking about like my reality and my bubble and my circle of people, and what I said, like comparing more to like, people I knew in real life who didn't have that. And I think it's been nice not to feel guilty for not being perfect. It's very new. It's a new thing. And not only not feeling guilty, but feeling proud. Even since last week, I've been trying to at least, give myself a little more credit where credit's due, and just be like, okay, what have I done? What have I accomplished? What are things that I am doing well that I'm just not acknowledging? And that's been good. That's a good start. Please let me know how you're doing. I would really love to know. I'd love to connect. It is my dream to create a space online where we feel like a little cozy community who encourages each other in life. The things that you're going through, whether they are struggles, whether they are wins, both of them, all of it, let me know. I don't know, I'm feeling inspired. I really wanted to use all the things that we had in the house before I do my grocery order. Yeah, so that we're not being wasteful. I literally can't remember the last time that I've put in effort to cut up fruit for myself. So I really want to do this more often. I'm already coming up with a list of little changes that I want to make for next week. I think what I really love about the project that I had mentioned in my last video, which if you haven't seen, it's just this idea that you focus on one thing that you want to change for an entire month. I think because I went in with that intention of like, there's no pressure to do anything else except focus on the meals that I'm eating, because I actually got that down a little quicker than anticipated. I already feel ready to like improve a couple other things because I'm feeling better from doing that thing. Since today, Kite's at daycare, it's a really nice day for me to reflect on the things that went well or not and like what I want to add or improve for next week. So because I'm doing well, I have 3 things that I want to add to next week, which I know sounds like a lot, but I have faith that I'm gonna be able to do it. So one is waking up at 6 or 7 in the morning. Normally I would wake up at 7, but some mornings I have to work and I have to get up at 6. On the mornings that I don't wake up at 6, I wait until Kite wakes me up, and I feel 20 steps behind in life when I do that. So I wanna get up a little bit earlier than him. The other thing was do my 10-minute workout. I think I can do that every day. Whenever I was doing that every day, I felt so much better. And because I have moved my body a couple times this week, I do feel like I can manage that now, because that was the barrier, right? Like I was being extreme and not doing anything for my body. And now that we've gotten past that point again, I feel kind of ready to go back to the 10-minute workout. And then the third thing will be to cut up fruit for myself every day. And then this is on top of the original project of just still eating at home as much as possible, being as wholesome as I can with my food. I really turned my day around today because originally I was having a terrible time. I left the house to bring Kite to daycare in a sweatshirt, no makeup, feeling crappy, feeling like today was gonna suck. I almost cried in the tram just because I didn't like how I felt in life. Then this, I don't even know, like woman, girl, someone my age, which I know I'm probably technically a woman, but it feels weird. So this other woman passed by, and I don't know, I just kind of imagined I was her for a second. She had like her hair all slicked back and she was in a nice outfit and she had her makeup done. She just looked put together and confident, and I was like, I just felt inspired by that because I do like to do that. Hence why I got a little cutesier today. And right after I got ready, I felt so much better. And then I started cleaning, which I'm doing this new trick where I'm like, okay, just do 5 minutes and you don't have to do like anything else, because normally I do the opposite where I'm like, you have to clean the whole house, and then I get paralyzed and I don't do anything. So now it's like, okay, just 5 minutes, and you can stop after 5 minutes, but usually after I get started, I keep going. And now I feel really good about how things are right now. And then I was like, well, I kind of have energy to make myself some healthy stuff using the stuff in the fridge. And then now we really just turned the day around and we had a good morning, and now we're gonna meal plan and do our groceries, which is like a reward for me because I love doing groceries. So things are good. I ended up having like a 2-hour conversation with one of my best friends in the States, and it was really, really, really great to it's just so great whenever I have the opportunity to deeply connect with someone, because I don't feel like I have that a lot here, as I mentioned, being abroad, not having a community, etc. It just gives me so much energy, and I miss being around people. We were talking about how I've been struggling with, just not feeling confident, and I wanted to share a snippet of a podcast that I listen to if you also struggle with confidence or like low self-esteem and stuff, because I do really like the concept, and it doesn't just fix it, obviously, but it is, again, like I have been telling myself it every day since I've listened to the podcast, and I know it's true. And I think that's why I can hold on to it so well. And I'll link this one at the top of the list down below, because I'm linking all the ones that I'm listening to this season in the description. But basically this one was telling you that the actual real definition of confidence is the willingness to try before you're ready. I literally took notes on it and I look at them. Confidence is the willingness to try before you're ready. This creates the confidence-competence loop, which is basically you noticing the gap between what you can do and the competency that you want to be at. And by doing it, you either succeed or you fail. But either way, you learn something or you're growing. Like either way, just the doing it is creating the momentum for you to be growing and building something. Another thing that I really liked that she said was that imposter syndrome is just saying, I am doing something new and uncomfortable, and that's a good thing. Like we look at it as a negative thing, but it's not. And then the other reminder was you didn't lose your confidence. You are just blocked from the feeling of it because you stopped trying. I really like that. I listened to this on Wednesday and I feel like it has reached my conscious mind today, because I told you I was inspired. I had a cue, but today was me trying again, and I feel so much better. The last thing that she really said that's sticking is that courage is the thing that comes first, and then confidence is what's building over time. So anyways, I hope that helps you as much as it helped me. We are on our way. Okay, we're on our way, and being brave and having courage to try is so freaking hard. It's honestly so much harder than once you've been consistent and you've done it for a while. It's so much harder to start, and it's just so much harder to be in the beginnings and in the messy middle and all the things. And so if you're there, just know I'm there with you, and it sucks and it's hard, and it feels like every day is a roller coaster because it feels like a question of if you're gonna try or not. Honestly, my goal right now is just to have that as not a question, but just for it to be normal to try every day again. And I feel like I'm so close, but I have to try. So that's where we're at.